Hey, what's up hypers, Sara with you today. Did you know Kim Jong Kook was once tied up in the basement and beaten up by his former manager? Kim Jong Kook is one of the fixed members of Running Man, also a singer, entertainer, and actor. Jongkook debuted as a member of South Korean duo Turbo in 1995. The duo was considered to be one of the most popular idols in that time and sold out millions of albums in South Korea and Asia. Kim Jong-kook debuted as a dance duo called Turbo in the mid-90s when he was 19 years old, the other member being Kim Jeongnam. Turbo was a very popular group with the greatest hit songs of all time, and they had been assigned with packed schedule with barely rest or break with super hectic days after debuting. They were really busy and had to get on a plane to travel a few times in a day. Kim Jong-kook and Kim Jeongnam were the most hospitalized artists at the time, especially during their comebacks. But the typical dramas on how their earnings were distributed surfaced at that time, and it was controversial. Just like we always heard about the unfair contracts amongst other idols in Korean entertainment industry, as well, where all the money from their blood and sweat went towards their agency, who also used violence. According to the local tabloid, the agency's managers were all gangsters and would also force Turbo to perform at inappropriate clubs and seize their earnings through violence. And the story how Kim Jong-kook been called the Spartan began. We all know why Kim Jong-kook began to hit gyms and bulking up. He started learning self-defense because he was beaten all the time. Kim Jeongnam once said that they were literally hit with a chair and ashtray. Kim Jong-kook was once tied up in the basement and was assaulted for God knows how long when he happened to complain or didn't practice enough. He was nearly beat to death for ordering one more dish on the menu during a dinner with Turbo's dancers. Most people know that Kim Jong-kook has suffered from scoliosis since he was younger and that he works out so hard to relieve some of that pain, and the Turbo singers also suffered mental and physical abuse at the hand of his former company's CEO. Fans compiled evidence of his hospital visits and some of his later interviews that pointed to this heartbreak. Considering Kim Jong-kook was only 19 years old when he became a member of Turbo. Once, the two Turbo members didn't attend a scheduled event. The agency threatened them and tipped the media to make the members look bad. When was asked directly about this issue, Kim Jong-kook looked hesitate to give an honest answer. Instead, he vaguely said, "There's a man controlling everything behind the scenes. A person with power can manipulate the media to make a single person into a complete idiot. I was disillusioned after being so worn out by this industry. Whenever someone approached me with a smiling face, I'd become suspicious and question their intention, but then I decided that no matter how much this world deceives and toys with me, everything will turn out fine if I remain upright. This was my motto, and I let them drag me around to darker places." After this interview, the issue grew and the police started an investigation. The agency had hid from the public, and only the agency representative and two managers were arrested for violence, threats, and taking millions in profit that should have rightfully gone to Turbo. The investigation crushed Turbo altogether, with Kim Jong-kook remained in Turbo and Kim Jeongnam left the agency. Following this, Kim Jong-kook developed society anxiety disorder and never left his home for a whole year and 2 months. The agency later reached out to him, tried to amend things, and Kim Jong-kook went back as Turbo's choreographer. Once Kim Jong-kook's contract with the agency expired, he had plans for a solo album and set out looking for composers. But all of the composers couldn't give him songs because they were being threatened by the head of his former agency. He was even rejected by composer Joo Young-hun, who he was personally close friends with. He wondered whether this was the end of his singing career and had a drink with Cha Tae-hyun. He called the former agency head, who coldly said, "Looks like you're calling because you're disadvantaged." Kim Jong-kook even begged, "Brother, please allow me to live." The agency head cut him off and thought he ended the call, but didn't, and Kim Jong-kook heard him saying, "I'm definitely going to kill this kid." Kim Jong-kook ended up producing his own first solo album, but his former agency blocked his promotional broadcast activities, so it failed. After a break of 2 years, he came out with a second album, without an agency or a video clip. His title track failed to garner success, but a side track he incidentally sang became popular and allowed him to promote again until this day. That song is One Man. Kim Jong-kook's father's occupation is a soldier, so Kim Jong-kook was just as upset with the health exam results. In a 2008 interview, he said, "If I could just go back in time to that moment, I would have used whatever possible method or connection to force my way into active service." In his 2015 healing camp interview, he said, "I could accept all criticism about not having gone into active service, but it was hard to lie and say that my back doesn't hurt." Kim Jong-kook still frequents the hospital for checkups because he gets painful muscle spasms to this day. Running Man had once announced that it would shut down permanently in February 2017. SBS made the initial decision after Kim Jong-kook and Song Ji-hyo were removed from the show without notice, and a massive amount of viewers expressed their anger with the controversial decision. After it was revealed that Kim Jong-kook and Song Ji-hyo were kicked off the show, rumors circulated that the remaining members were contemplating on leaving the show as well. Shortly afterward, SBS announced that the show will be cancelled and the cast would reunite together for the final few episodes. According to PD Cholman, there was miscommunication and things got out of hand before they could explain their side of story. Thankfully, the controversy ended on a positive note as Running Man decided to continue the program with the cast. The program continues on with both old and new members to this day. On October 31, 2021, a Canadian bodybuilder, Greg Doucette, accused Kim Jong-kook was using HRT. In a video titled Kim Jong-kook, Natty or Not, the trainer accused Kim Jong-kook of abusing steroids, stating that it is impossible to have Jongkook's physique at the age of 45. The YouTuber added that a person Jongkook's age does not have the level of testosterone that Jongkook's physique would suggest. We all know that Kim Jong-kook won't let this baseless allegation slide. He countered Gray's allegations by uploading a video about it on his channel. Continuous effort and mentality can make you reach testosterone level of 9.24. It could have been lowered, since 2 years have passed. It is possible for anyone. I think I should be proud of it. This seemed to be something incredible. Good luck everyone. Greg then stated that it is highly unlikely for the singer to maintain that figure at the age of 45, and even said he would bet $1 million that Kim Jong-kook is using HRT, a hormone replacement therapy. On November 6, Greg Doucette posted a video refuting the articles that have been published by various media outlets and explained that the media outlets skewed his words and exaggerated his claims. The fitness trainer continued to argue that he had never accused Kim Jong-kook of using steroids and only assumed he was on HRT. The trainer continued to clarify his claims. Nevertheless, many netizens continued to criticize the trainer as they believed the trainer could have done irreversible damage to Kim Jong-kook's career. After that, Kim Jong-kook uploaded an 18-minute video on his YouTube channel on Thursday, showing clips of videos showing himself submitting to doping tests on November 13 and receiving the test results on December 9. The video included his message to the public and to the Canadian bodybuilder Greg Doucette. Kim Jong-kook posted a video on his YouTube channel giving a final warning against anyone who spreads false information regarding the HRT controversy. Greg Doucette ultimately takes down all videos of Kim Jong-kook after the singer talks about taking legal action. Kim Jong-kook wouldn't hesitate to take legal action against anyone who continues to spread false information and asked Greg Doucette to apologize. Following that, Gray deleted the videos about Kim Jong-kook and steroids. He also apologized to Kim Jong-kook and his fans in Korea, saying that Kim Jong-kook has amazing genetic, but did he pay $1 million? No, he shouldn't have messed with the wrong person.